Whoever is paying you more is the one that you attend. Why is that?
Correct. Because like okay, because I already make money, right? When I'm sleeping, I'm making money, right?
Congrats, as you should.
Right. So like when I'm awake, like doing active work, active business, active anything, I'm going to go where the money is flowing the most. So think of it like the stock market, think of it like a waterfall, think of it like nature, like when it's time to reap and sow, like when it's time to pull the harvest, you're going to go where it's ready to harvest, right? So my thing is to use the least effort to get the most return, right? So let's say, for example, like right now, I might say, yeah, I'll be here at 11 tomorrow. However, tonight, for example, like right now, look, I'll show you briefly. I don't know if
The
you can
sound
see
in the
this.
background might have this video muted. I don't know who the artist. Somebody's playing music.
Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yes.
So I'm actually streaming. Alexa, stop. I'm actually streaming on more than one app. So I'm making money like in more than one way always. Right? So like right now I'm talking to you here on your live. However, I have another live on another app and they're sending me gifts, coins, diamonds, money. Just for being me. Right? So like if I'm on the app here and they're sending me like last night I got like 10,000 diamonds on this app, right? So like, and I'm just writing notes, reading a book, like not doing nothing fancy, just being me, kind of like how you do stuff. So if they're paying me 10,000 diamonds, then I'm gonna stay on here until they stop
Because that's the most money you are getting per time.
while I'm awake. Yeah, while I'm awake. So when I'm awake, I use my energy and what gives me the most return. However, I have like when I say jobs, I mean like I have 7 contracts that people have, like it's called headhunting. Like when you get really good at what you do, people will headhunt you, and that's a term that we use in the business world. They will come find you and they will offer you money, like sponsors. And they will tell you, hey, Ada, I saw your work, or Barbie said that you do good work. Can I pay you, $5,000, and will you do this one thing for me, or one project, or one, presentation, or can you do one document, or whatever they're asking? And then you decide, okay, I'll do it. And then you sign the contract and you have it. So my contracts, the way I sign things is I get paid by the minute. Right? So like at any point in time, I can log in to any of 7 of my contractors and start making money with them actively. Like, so my work is 24/7. I always have work waiting on me. That's why I never run out of money, because I already set up the creative opportunities that while I'm sleeping, I'm having money made.
How can
And then
somebody reach that level of making money while sleeping? What's the
yes,
advice?
so you create opportunities. For example, like your health workout, that's an opportunity you created and you made that opportunity. So now while you're sleeping, that's available for anybody to purchase. And that's already done. And that will be there forever as long as you have that out there. Anybody can buy it, right? So while you're sleeping, somebody might come and buy your workout and you just made the money. You don't have to do the work no more. So that's one way of creative opportunity. Or like, for example, like my 100 books that I published on Amazon, like the Bible says to send your grain overseas to get money. And what the Bible is talking about, you can take it literally if you want, like grain, like seasoning, spices to send overseas to import and export. However, it could also be a book. So when you publish a book, you create opportunity and it's there forever and people will buy it. while you're sleeping. So you wake up and you look at your account. You're like, oh, somebody just bought, like 500 books at $19.99, and you have money just showing up there, and you were asleep the whole time because you already made the opportunity. So when I say yes, I'll be there. And that's why I wasn't here today. For example, like last night, I had like 10,000 diamonds somebody sent me, and I was up to like, I don't know, like 7 a.m. or something. I don't know, because like they're sending diamonds as long as I'm here, on the live, and they're just sending money. So I'm like, okay, And so I was sleeping, and then I just go to sleep because I don't have a schedule, because that's what we want to do. Well, that's what I want to do in life. That's what I do in life, is I create opportunities, so those opportunities can pay me with the least effort available, so I can do what I really want to do, which is have fun, like come see your live, give you gifts, or sleep till 5 p.m. and not worry about an alarm. Because if you think about the word alarm, like la palabra alarma, it's like alarm, and you hear beep 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 when you wake up, and most people wake up like that every day, and it's not good. Nobody wants to wake up to an alarm, like your alarm, like oh my gosh, an alarm, like oh my gosh, you start running around freaking out. Like, I don't like that, so I have no alarms. So my body is my alarm. So when I wake up, I wake up. And if people get mad at me, I'm like, well, that's not my crowd. They don't understand me, because people are waiting for me everywhere else, like literally wanting me, emailing me, messaging me, calling me, asking me for help. Will you please help me? When are you available? And they will wait. They will wait for days, weeks, months, years for me, because I am me, and nobody can provide what I provide, because I've created those opportunities. And people have seen what I can do, and they're like, only she can do this. Nobody can do it like her.
How do you become that only you can do it? What is the mental work took you to reach that level of confidence that, hey, I'm the only one who can do it, and I'm confident that I'm going to always have money no matter where I am. Money always flows to me.
Correct. So one example is, and again, this is for me because God has given me this gift, but you can, put whatever other noun or adjective in this place. But for me, one example is I'm really good at law work, like lawyer law, like suing people, legal briefs, appellates, like, fighting, going to court, going in front of judges, officers, police, like the government. I'm really good at it. And I have it like memorized, what to do in my head, like how things work in the court system. So I can approach anybody, whether it's a judge, an officer, police, CPS, FBI agent, other lawyers, anybody, a court, clerk, whoever, and speak their language, right? And so people pay me a lot of money to talk for them, or to write a letter for them, or to sue somebody for them, because I win all my cases. So anytime I go up against somebody, I already know in my mind I'm going to win regardless. Like, I'm undefeated. All my legal cases, I've won every single one. Like, I have never lost one, ever. So
congrats.
100 score. Kind of like Mayweather, the boxer. He has a perfect boxing score, and he's so confident. He's really good at boxing. Nobody's defeated him. Nobody defeats me in the courtroom.
Congrats.
I'm going to win. And I go in there with the winner mentality, like Kobe Bryant, and I keep practicing the law. I learn the law. I study the law, and I've been doing it since I was 19 years old, right? And now I'm 40, in my 40s. So, like, I know American law, USA law, and I know some international law, so I say I can win any case in America. I haven't tried international law yet. I'm pretty sure I could do good, because I have some contracts in Egypt, too. Like, I have people that contracted me from Egypt. So I work, and I get Egyptian money, and they transfer it over to me. Here, it takes 30 days, but I've set it up that way.
What do you think are the things that's the mental, or the things that stop other people from reaching that full potential or that level of confidence that you have mastered? By the way, congrats, 19 and 40 now. That's a lot of years of practice.
Yes. So
what do you think stopping people from getting there? Because all of us can do it, I believe.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. Absolutely. 99,000%. Anybody can do it. And I wish that people would do it. Because sometimes I tell people, when they ask me how much do you charge, and I tell them, they're like, oh my gosh, like that's so much. I'm like, hey, there's more attorneys, there's more lawyers. You don't have to come to me. Like there's cheaper ones. If you can't afford it, that's fine. But, if you're going to jail for murder and you're trying to find a budget for a murder case and you're about to get the lethal injection and be on death row, baby, I'll give you whatever if you can guarantee that I'm going to get off. I don't know about other people, but if it was me, I'll be like, I'll pay for it, right? But if you want to get a deal and that's for your life, no. So, you know what I mean? So, like, same thing if you're dying, and you have to have a surgery, and you have the top surgeon of the world that can help you, and he'll fly out to come do the surgery and save you. You're not going to say, hey, can I get a deal? Or, you know what, let me go get somebody maybe from Mexico with no degree. It's okay, doctor. I wouldn't do it. So I think the mental block for a lot of people is that they have fear. Because when you go to court, some people get scared. They're like, oh my gosh, the judge. Or, oh my gosh, the IRS, or they could put me in jail. So they get scared. They're like, no, I don't want to go in there and talk. But the fear, I think it comes from a lack of experience, a lack of knowledge, a lack of wisdom. So I always say seek wisdom above all things and get understanding, because understanding is more important than money. Because you can pay a lawyer $1 billion to help you get off of a murder case, for example, or a robbery or something case. However, if the lawyer has no understanding, he's not going to win your case. You're going to lose. So there's no point in paying $1 billion. So you have to have understanding, right? And so I think a lot of people have fear of going into court, and then you have in America, for example, the police officers, most of them are dressed in black, black, suit, black boots, black belts, black gun, black badges. And it's to scare you, because if you look this up, psychology tells you that the colors represent feelings, right? So the color black is the color of authority. That's why the judges wear black robes, the cops wear black outfits. When you go to a funeral, it's black, mourning, because black is power. And I notice you have your black coat on. That means it's business time, I'm wearing all black today myself too, because I went out today to do some things, and it's business. Like when you see somebody dressed in all black, you approach them differently. And if you notice when people go steal, kill, rob in the middle of the night, they're wearing black. And if you see a person with a black hood, black gloves, black boots, black Jordans, you're like, like you're going to be like, oh my gosh. Like, something's going on. Not always. However, if you're a gazelle or a deer, you're not going to walk up to a lion and say, hey, Mr. Lion, are you my friend? No, you see the lion coming, run, get away. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's why when you go to interviews too, they tell you to wear a dark colors or to wear dark blue or a black suit when you go to an interview, because you mean business. Most suits, and when you get married, a man usually wears a black tuxedo, because the color black, if you look up the color wheel of psychology, it tells you each color is associated with a feeling. And for example, like food, in the food industry, the colors we use a lot, if you notice, is red, because red makes you hungry. Like Coca-Cola, like McDonald's, like Dairy Queen. These companies that have red colors, you see the red and you're like, I'm hungry, I want it. Even if you're not hungry. Even if you eat in your house and you have a red plate, you want to eat more food on the red plate. But if you use a blue plate, you're not that hungry. You just want a little bit. Because blue is a soothing, peaceful, calming color like water. So colors carry energy as well. And like if you look at, like for example, Dunkin' Donuts, it's pink and red. The color of pink is the color of joyfulness, playfulness. Like my logo, Barbie Tings, is pink and black and a little bit of yellow. Because I mean business, a little bit, yes. However, it's more pink because I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm happy, I'm laughing, I'm playing, until I have to like switch to like just straight black authority, and I don't like pulling that side out. But I heard, one of your videos, and you said that too, that, that's powerful right there, what you said. And I want to say that, we all have the capability of being good and evil. However, when you know that you can be evil and you control it and you choose not to, that's the real power. Because a scary person is not somebody who kills, robs, steals, and murders. No, somebody who can control that urge is a strong person.
I said it and I stand on that. Absolutely.
Yeah, so those are things like you can replace anything with, I said, like, for example, one example, I get paid because I know the law, and people, sometimes they make jokes, they're like, oh my gosh, here comes Barbie, like, they straighten up real quick, they kind of get quiet, they're like, oh no, like, be quiet, don't say nothing, because another thing y'all can learn, if you ever have to deal with a lawyer, a police officer, a judge, anything in the legal field, especially a lawyer, do not argue with us. Don't do it, because you're going to lose every time. Because the more words you speak, they're going to use those words against you. And that's why they say anything you say can and will be used against you in
The
court.
power of words. And the same applies to your own life. If you speak
Exactly.
poverty words, poverty follows. As I teach here, it's even in the law. The power of words. Y'all see? Okay.
Yep. Yes, and when you go into the law, there's a book. It's called the Black's Law Dictionary. It's a black book. And that book, we actually call it a book of spells, because we have our own lingo that we cast spells with that book. And that's the book that we have to use to approach the judge, and only we know that language. So you have to study it for years to understand what the words mean. Like, I know people call themselves, like, for example, human. Like, you say, oh, I'm a human. Well, if you look at the Black's Law Dictionary, Fatim Kamara, it's black, B-L-A. Y'all might want to write this down. It could save your life one day if you ever have to go to court. So, or anything, really, like Ada said, it's the power of your tongue. It's called Black's Law Dictionary, B-L-A-C-K-S, and then law, like legal, L-A-W, and then dictionary. You can actually get a used one for about $10, $15. We update them every year on purpose to have an updated one. So Black's Law Dictionary will teach you all the words that we use, which is called legalese. It's a language, like English, Spanish, French, like I speak English, hablo español, parlez-vous français, it's a language of law. So that dictionary, you use those words to be able to approach a judge and speak the judge's language so he or she can understand you. Other than that, you're not in appropriate courtroom attire, and you cannot approach the bench and speak to the judge, because they're going to know that you're ignorant, and they're going to, mop the floor with you. Yes, Black Law Dictionary, very good mentors. Exactly. So like the word human, for example, you say, oh, I'm a human. Well, in the Black's Law Dictionary, human means you're a monster. Right? And if you think about it too, like the word money, like anything to do with money in America, we actually use what's called maritime law to discuss money, right? So that's why when you hear money, for example, like I'm going to the bank, a bank in maritime law is sort of like a dam that blocks water. It holds water, the bank, right? Then if you look at the maritime law talking about water, think about it. When you get currency, current, like water flowing, it's currency. You want it to flow always. You got to keep the currency flowing, right? So, and then when you think of the word, like, for example, I understand, like if somebody ever asks you in court, the judge will say, do you understand your rights, sir, ma'am? And if you say, yes, judge, I do, what you literally just did is you made an agreement with the court in that jurisdiction that you are under their law, because the word understand comes from a boat. So the word understand comes from the word of boat, that it means the stand under a boat. So the way they fix boats, right? You go under it, and the stand is at the bottom when you have to fix a leak. So you get under the stand to understand the leak. So when you speak those words, this is on the Black's Law Dictionary. If you say, I understand, judge my rights, you made a contract to play their game in court. And if you don't know what you're talking about, your own words will condemn you.
So what should you answer then? Because that's what most people gonna say. Understand, overstand. What should they answer to that?
Like for me, for example, I say I understand because I do, and I actually, it's kind of like a joke with me when people say I'm gonna sue you. I'm like, good. I like going to court. Let's go because I'm gonna win. I'm gonna take your money. So to me, it's like a dance. I think it's fun, but most people get scared because they don't have money to play around with. I do. I think it's funny. I think it's interesting to watch people like not know what they're doing in court and take your money easily and sign the paper and get a judgment against you. I do understand, but other people that don't understand, what you ought to say is, I invoke my right to remain silent.
I
And I need
invoke
my
my
counsel, my
right.
attorney. And then you call someone like me, or if you want an attorney on a deal, then you call an attorney on a special budget, and that's your own choice, what you want to do.
The Black Dictionary thing, what you say about money, so it means, well, to my understanding, if I'm wrong, you can correct me, that money is meant to flow, not to keep it stuck or to hold it or to save it, but we have to consistently keep it flowing. Is that correct? With
Correct.
money?
Yes. And so, yes, absolutely. And so, for example, even thinking about your birth certificate, like when you were in America, we give birth certificates. The reason it's called a birth certificate is because the boat, because this is on maritime law, right? Because there's maritime law, there's probate law, there's immigration law. We have, probate law, we have family law, we have, intellectual property, patent law, trademark law. There's civil law, there's, there's all kind of laws, right? International law, global law, space law. Then you have the immutable laws of the universe, like the law of relativity, the law of gravity, the law of thermodynamics, the law of health, the law of, how the human body works. There's laws everywhere, right? That you may not know that you are dealing with because they're immutable, right? So the thing is that the maritime law, yes, is based on water because water flows, right? So like the bank has to do with water. Currency has to do with water, right? When you get a birth certificate, that's for you to be able to say I'm like an American, for example. I know America. This is all America, USA stuff, y'all now. So, the birth is when a boat comes into the dock. You say the boat comes into the berth. So the boat gets a certificate of docking, like you, when you're birthed into your mother's womb, you come from water. That's maritime law when you're in your mother's womb and you come through the canal to the world and you get a birth certificate because you have landed in the world. You are here now, like breathing the air, no longer in water. So all of these words, they carry meaning. However, for sure, when we talk about money in America, it has to do with maritime law. And if you think about it, when you are a merchant, like you say, oh, I'm going to go buy clothes from this merchant or this fashion line. The merchant, remember, the merchants, the first ones were the ones that sailed over the seas in the boats, bringing goods back and forth as merchant ships. Has to do with water. So all these things are really important to keep in mind when you're talking about it because, you might think, oh, I'm just going to keep my money and keep my money. No. You have to invest it. You have to invest your money. You have to let it flow because if you don't let it flow, then it's stagnant. And what happens to stagnant water? It becomes dirty and nasty and full of bacteria and is no longer safe to drink. Because the currents of the rivers, they flow.
Then which places somebody that doesn't have the amount of money you might have or you might have see, why does somebody who's just a normal person with $500, $1,000, $2,000, where can they invest their money to make sure it bring them abundance and success and happiness and positivity and love? Where can they place their money to keep it flowing in a positive way?
Yeah. So that's a good question because to everybody there's unlimited ways to make money in this world, and you have to go where the opportunity is, right? So, like for example, let's think about nature. And I'm trying to give examples because I know everybody learns different. Like some people learn with examples, some people learn like with notes, some people learn with repetition, some people learn hands-on, some people are audible, some people need images. So I'm going to attempt to give an example and then expand on it. So think about this. So I'm going to say it three different ways, and hopefully y'all can understand what I'm saying. Hopefully. So think about this. For example, a bear. Let's think about a grizzly bear when it's going to go look for food, right? A grizzly bear is huge. So in order for a grizzly bear to be huge and have a lot of money, a lot of wealth, a lot of power, a lot of resources, it has to eat a lot, right? Like tons of food, right? In a year. So the grizzly bear is going to go where the food is, right? And usually, it might forage, it might get berries and nuts and little leaves here and there. However, what it really wants is salmon, right? It wants juicy salmon because the salmon has really good fatty tissue, fatty food, fatty calories, so it can use it to hibernate and survive in the cold and the elements outside. So even the bear knows where to go because he knows I'm going to go to the riverbank because there's salmon swimming in the riverbank, or tuna, or whatever, wherever it's at. So the bear even knows that the salmon migrate every so often upstream, and you'll see them jumping upstream, fighting against the current, right? Because they're trying to get to a warmer place so they can survive. The salmon. Now, the salmon are trying to survive fighting the current, so they swim upstream, and you'll see them jumping, trying to fight the current to get to warmer water, right? And now the grizzly bear knows this because maybe his mom taught him, his dad, or he saw it, or he smells it. So he's going to go to the riverbank. He's going to stand right there and wait for this fish to be like, oh, let me get to warm water. When it jumps out, what does it do? It catches it and it eats it quick. And there's so many jumping up, he's just like, just grabbing them, right? So you have to know where the opportunity is, right? So that's one example, like, of where you use what you have. And if somebody only has $500 to invest or to use, you want to make sure that you're going to create an opportunity that's safe for you to survive, number one, so you can thrive later on, right? So you're not going to go and say, hey, I'm going to go climb, Mount Rushmore in a freezing weather with $500, and you can barely afford, like your hiking boots or a hiking scalpel, or, your gear to go up the bridge, because you only have a little bit of resources. So don't do that. So stick to what you know temporarily until you can get where your manifestation, your desires really are. So if somebody has $500, that's one example. You go to where the flow is abundant and you don't have to fight that much for it. Because if if the bear is, surviving outside and is freezing and he needs food, he's not going to go to a little bitty tiny pond where there's only one fish and the fish is like too fast for it to catch or too little. It's going to go where there's a lot of fish that are easy to catch, right? So that's one example. And then another way to look at it is if you have $500 and you only have that to invest, or let's just say 100, not even 500, because in America, 80% of people don't even have $1,000 saved in their bank account. 80% of people do not even have $1,000. So that means only 20% of us have $1,000 or more saved. Like, oh, I can just pull this money out in case of an emergency, right? So with that being said, let's say you have 100, and you might say, oh, I don't have $100. Well, that's the first problem. Don't say that. Don't say that. Even if you can't see the $100 in front of you, don't say it. Don't even think about it. Think about, what do I have right now that I can use to create wealth, to build something up, to make it happen, to be able to invest, to be able to be of, value, because the market will pay you. The market will pay you. Now, you might meet somebody that, doesn't have a lot of money, and you might wonder, well, why don't they have money? What's going on? Well, it could be three things. One, the person may not have found what their gift is yet in life. Or two, it could be that they have not found the correct market that will pay them for that gift that they did find. Or three, it could be that they have not exposed or showcased their skills to the correct crowd. So you might be able to make really good cupcakes, but you're like, man, well, nobody's buying them. Well, don't say that, number one. Say, I'm looking for the people that will buy them, or the people are coming to buy them. Or you could even give them out for free as samples, right? And you think it's free.
I spoke about
but it's
that
not,
today.
because guess what's going to happen? The first moment, if you really have a really good cupcake, or let's say this, tamales, for example, because I do tamales, right?
Delicious.
Exactly, Patricia, somebody will buy it. Let's say tamales. Tamales are like a Mexican Latin thing that we do, right? And if y'all don't know what that is, it's like a little, it's really good. You can look it up. It's good.
It is to me. I love it.
They take a long time to make, right? And you have to know what you're doing. And not all tamales are made the same, right? So, you know that tamale lady that maybe you found one time on the corner, on the store, that she just offered you some, and you're like, no, but then you bought them, you're like, oh my God, these are good. And you want to find her again, but you can't find her no more, right? Because only she made those. But then when you go buy more tamales, when somebody's like, oh, those are not the same, or any food, you're like, that's not the same, I don't like that, I want this. You'll find it. You'll go look for that particular food, right? So let's say you make cupcakes and they're really, really good. Not just because you say so, because people will say, man, these are good. And they come to you, hey, give me cupcakes. Well, you might not be a millionaire with your cupcakes yet, because you haven't found somebody that will pay you for your cupcakes, because maybe they don't have the money, or they think they don't have the money, or because maybe, they want to lose weight and they don't want to eat fattening food. So you have to find the person that will buy them from you, right? So once you find that person, they will drop their money on you, because only you can make that cupcake. Or it could be, only you speak a certain way, or only you make people feel a certain thing, or maybe you, make certain necklaces, or maybe, you do hair really good, like you do really good box braids, or you do makeup really well, and they're like, no, I want her. I want him. I don't want nobody else. Like when you go get your nails done, maybe you get a good nail technician, and you come the next day to get your nails, and you're like, no, I don't want them. The one that did it before, I want her. They'll pay for you. So it's a thing to find the people that will pay for your services, because they're out there, right? Think about it this way too. Another example of what you said, how can you use, $100,000 or $500,000 to invest and make money? Think about it this way. You're not the problem if you're not getting the money. You're just not in the right market. So for example, let's think of this. A bottle of water, right? Like just a regular bottle of water, right? You can buy a bottle of water for what? Let's say, to be fair, 99 cents, right? 99 cents at the corner store maybe, right? Or $2. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. So now that's the same bottle of water right here that I could buy at this one's $7, but a regular bottle is 99 cents. You go to the store and it's 99 cents or $2, right? Okay, you buy it, or at Kroger's or Walmart, $2, right? But then you go to a fancy restaurant, that same bottle of water, it costs you $10. The same bottle of water at an airport, it might cost you $25. So it's not the problem, the water, it's what market you're in. The same bottle of water in 3 different places, 3 different prices. Why? Because if you're at the airport, and if anybody ever had a layover or has been at the airport stuck for 20 hours, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry. You don't care if that McDonald's costs you $50. Like, I'm going to buy it. I'm hungry, right? When McDonald's is like $5. But if you're at the airport, you're like, I'm hungry. And there's no other restaurants or business around, or you can't get Uber Eats to pull up at the airport because they can't even get in. You're going to pay those $20 for that hamburger, $30. If you're really hungry, if you didn't bring snacks. Or when you go to a carnival, think about a carnival, or here in Houston we have the rodeo. You go to the rodeo and a bottle of water costs you $25-$30 at the rodeo. We have it every February, the same bottle of water, $20 for one. And guess what? When you're at the rodeo and there's miles and miles of people and crowds and carnivals and lights and this, and there's nowhere around for you to get water, you're going to spend $25 at the rodeo on one bottle of water easily because you're thirsty and you want it. Now think of if you were in the desert. If you're in the desert and you're about to die and there's miles and miles of sand around, it's so hot and you're dying of thirst, and I pull up to you and I'm like, hey, guess what? I have $1 million. You want the $1 million in the middle of the desert, or you want this pack of water?
Water.
Which one are you going to pick? The water. I would pick the water, but give me the water. Forget your $1 million.
I'll get it later once I have health and sound mind.
Right. Exactly. Or even if I told you right now, and you can do whatever you want. I'm going to give you $1 million. People will be like, yeah, I'll take it. Most people will be like, yeah, like no strings attached, no problems. Or maybe I'll just be like, hey, will you just, I don't know, dance real quick for me, or do, a jumping jack, or just say, I love you, and I have $1 million. Just something easy, right? Or just, walk over this line, like nothing crazy. Just do something simple, right? Or hold this cup for me, and I give you $1 million. You'd be like, I would take it. Like, oh, okay. Nothing weird. I got it. But if I tell you I'll give you $1 million and you can do whatever you want tonight, but tomorrow morning when you wake up, you're going to be dead. Would you take those $1 million? I wouldn't. So it's just a matter of perspective and perception, like what is valuable to you. So that's another couple of words too. And this is another thing to drive in that question of what do you do with the money? And I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say here. For example, like, your investment is, it's whatever you make it, right? So it's the value of the object, right? So some people might value, a Gucci belt or a Gucci bag because it gets some status. And some people might not value that because they're like, what's the point of having a Gucci belt if I'm hungry, if I need to pay my rent, right? That Gucci belt is going to do nothing to you, unless you go sell it and try to get some money off of it. But other than that, just to wear it, it's not going to help you at the moment, right? So it's the opportunity that you have. So the thing is to use what you have currently, because that's all you need. Whatever you have to use it or you will lose it. And if you don't lose it, it's because, for people that, read the Bible and believe in God, which I do, God says, to be grateful for what you have. Because if you're not grateful for the little he's giving you, why would he give you more?
I spoke about it today when I was telling them that if you have a gift, if you have a talent, a passion, give it out for free. And they were like, no, I wouldn't give it out for free. They have to pay me. I was like, how did they even know you are that good for them to pay you? You have the talent, God gave it to you for free. Give it out for free. They were like, no, I wouldn't give it for free. They have to pay me. I was like, okay.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. And that's common sense because God gave you that talent
for free.
You didn't have to do nothing for it. He gave it to you, so you ought to be grateful for it. And when God gives you a talent like Ada, she can have all the talent in the world for her, and that's great for her. But if she doesn't give it out, nobody's going to know she has it.
They were like, no, they had to pay me. I was like, the money can come later. Give it out. Provide value. Help others. Provide love. Provide positivity. The money will come. They were like, no, they got to pay me. They got to pay me. My time is worthy. Oh, my talent. If they don't pay me, I don't give them service. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's a really good point what you're saying because, and I don't even want to say this because, okay, I'm going to use a better example because I know we're on this app and I can't say certain things on here because it's banned. Okay, so, for example, let's say, how Ada's telling you give it for free and people are like, no. Okay, how many of you have ever been to the mall? And when you go to the mall, you have have the people in the market and the food court. They're like, free sample, free sample, free sample. And they run up to you and they have a little toothpick with a little piece of orange chicken or spicy broccoli. And they're like, free sample. And you're like, oh, okay, it's free. Right? What happens as soon as you taste that juicy, delicious chicken fried with the orange sauce? You're like, oh my gosh. Like, and they're like, come, my friend. And they come to the register. We have much for you here. And then what do? I buy it. I'll be like, yeah, give me some of that chicken. $10.99, no problem. I got you.
Yeah.
So it wasn't free because one plate that one person buys at $10.99 for that restaurant, they paid for 30 samples.
Because I was thinking too, if you give it out for free, you're gonna receive feedback, you're gonna receive testimonies that now you can use to promote whatever you have going on. But if nobody knows how good you are, how are they gonna invest their money on you? They have no proofs that they are good at it. They have no proof that your product, your service can solve that problem. But if you give it out for free to 10, 5, 20 people, now you're gonna have testimony and you're gonna have feedback. And people buy what they see other people buy. But if nobody knows what you have going on, how are they gonna buy from you? So give it out. Give it. It's gonna come back multiplied. Give it out. You have it, give it. The money will come.
Absolutely.
You focus on the money? No. Focus on providing. Give it.
This is true. Thank you, Common Sense. Thank you for her gift. That's beautiful. See, that's amazing. See, so Common Sense is gifting because Common Sense knows that it's good. Like, okay, also say for example on this app, like, and this is, think about it this way. Okay, so let's say for example I come into Ada's live, right?
Yeah.
And now you're gonna start getting gifts, right? I'm gonna say this, Ada. You're gonna start getting a lot of gifts. Watch this. So, okay, so I'm here on Ada's live, right? Y'all see Barbie Tings on here, right?
Yeah.
So everybody, like Common Sense is sending gifts. Common Sense is really smart. Why? Because Common Sense knows that he is giving fluent, like currency. It's flowing, right? So right now, it's called the butterfly effect. It's a psychological term. So the butterfly effect means one little bitty flap of your wings and one little thing that you do will cause more ripples of effect to do stuff in your life. So with that one gift that you set on there, Common Sense, for example, now I know your handle. Like now I see you on here and I know you're a good person because you give people. So by that, other people, there's 28 on here right now, they're seeing you gift and your name appears across the screen. So now they're going to start following your account. They're going to start interacting on your video. They're going to come look for you because they're like, oh, Common Sense is a nice person. And they're like, oh, and Common Sense gives
Thank you,
gifts.
Common Sense, for the positive comments and for the gifts. I just noticed now. Thank you.
Yeah. And you see the badge, like the Common Sense is number 1.
Yes,
You know?
he is. Right. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So that right there is showing, that you are giving and your name is appearing all over this screen. So people are going to start following you. Right?
Wow,
And
that's
they're
so
gonna
great.
come interact with you. So when you go on live, they're going to come give you gifts. And thank you for my gift too. I don't know how you did that, Common Sense, but I think they sent me a gift. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they have
I
been
didn't
sending you
even-
gifts too. They're making you more rich as they should. See, I have a beautiful
Yeah.
community of givers. It's going to return to all of you 100 times. Don't worry. You always come back.
Yeah, I didn't even know that you could do that. I didn't know you could give other people gifts while they're on your live. That's
Yes.
amazing. Like, I just learned that. And now I'm going to go follow you because I see you on there. And if you look at my followers, I only follow like 5 people.
The verse I went over today about what we're speaking about giving up for free is in Matthew 13:12. It says, for whoever has, to him more will be given, and he will have abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him.
Yep.
Use, as
In a way.
she explained, use what you have today, right now. Use it to start, use it to create, use it to invest, use it to build what you have. Start where you are with what you have. Don't wait for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, the perfect conditioning. The perfect time is now. The perfect time is today. Matthew 13:12.
Yeah, like I'm looking at your comments on here. One of my followers just came in here
Give
too.
it.
Magali, my fave. If you're on here, show double tap on the screen. I guess she followed me in here. But see, that's how it works. We're flowing together and we're communicating and we're networking together.
Yeah.
So people have seen me on Ada's
Give it.
live, and some of her supporters, customers, followers, people that love
Prosperous
her. Hi, there
people.
you are, Magali. Say hi, Magali. Say hi, Ada, in the chat. My fave. Thank you for liking it. She's liking it. The double tap. Thank you, Magali. So, I've met some nice people on here. Pam, David. Common Sense, Pretty Mama. I've met, Priscilla. I've met some other people. And they're awesome people. So now, anytime, and actually, Pam said that you were on here because I was like, oh, I missed it. And she came in my DM in my live and she was like, Ada's live. I'm like, oh, she's live right now. I thought I missed it. So I got off of my live and I came to find you. And I told my whole followers, I'm like, hey, let's all go to Ada's live. Come on, follow me over here. There she is. My fave. That's Magali. Hi, Magali. Thank you for coming over here. I appreciate that. Y'all double tap on her screen. Give her some likes. So
Thank you.
That's really interesting. So it's important to do what you can with what you have
Today, now.
Right, yeah, exactly. And that's the power of now, because that's all we really have. Like today, right now, is already going to be our past. Like tomorrow, today will be the past and it'll be done.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Let me open my camera so that you can see me.
So
Hi.
Hi.
I just came from work, and I really love this Ada because my daughter introduced me to her. She
Your
was
daughter?
sending me the video because she's so inspired with her. And I followed her from the very first beginning. I really love, and I show her love. I share her videos, and even I put her. And yesterday was the first time you liked the video I shared of you.
Wow. Your daughter show you. Oh. Thank you to
my
your
daughter.
daughter.
I have a daughter. Actually, let me tell you. Normally, I always say I'm 29, but I'm 40. I'm 43. I turned 43.
Wow.
My daughter, she's 24. And she kept, I'm on TikTok since October last year, mid-October.
Wow. This is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. No, you don't have to say it to tell me thank you. You are amazing. You are amazing, and you speak the truth. You are amazing. You don't have to tell me thank you. You don't have to. You don't have to. You're an amazing person. And you talk the truth, and that's what I like about you. I love what you speak.
Cool. I appreciate it. Since I can't say thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Wow. And thank you to your daughter as well.
I have to thank you.
Wow.
My daughter, she's 24. And she kept sending me this message because I was only on TikTok to watch videos, and I was watching only your videos because my daughter, she was forwarding me them. And then after they told me, I open your live, and then I opened my live, and everyone is following me. I was gifting everyone. I did not know even what is going on TikTok.
Wow.
Until I arrived level 24, and I was like, what is this? Actually, I'm not even in level 25. I give. When I find a content which pleases me, I give.
And you're gonna receive 100% fold.
I'm in level 41.
You're gonna receive that 100-fold.
Because I don't want people to judge me, and I don't want to see how far I am. I don't have nothing.
You have
The small I
everything.
have, I
You
give.
have everything. You have a sound mind. You have a beautiful spirit. You have everything. You have everything. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I give. The small I have, I give.
Alexa,
I
stop.
give. The small
May
I
I?
have, I give.
May I say something? Alexa,
I
stop.
give. The small I have, I give.
May I say something? Alexa, stop.
The small I have, I give.
May I say something? Alexa, stop.
The small I
Alexa,
have, I give.
stop.
You have echo.
Echo, echo.
Yeah, you have echo.
Yeah, can you mute your mic comment? Pretty mama, can you mute it so it stop echo?
Still echo.
Is it still echoing?
Yes. Is somebody else watching the live close to you?
I'm gonna get out.
Well, don't be like you don't have nothing. You have everything. You do. You do. Look at you. You are alive. You are breathing. You have a mind. You are here today.
Me, I don't have that. You know, actually, me, I have 3 kids, Ada.
You still powerful.
I have 3 kids.
Beautiful
I raised
mother.
them alone. My youngest is 14. Yeah, I'm a single mother.
You are a powerful
And I
mother.
love giving. I love giving. And since I saw you inspire me, you give me power. You give me power. When I listen to your words, you give me power. Even when I share them, you give me power to move on.
Oh, wow.
Can I say
And
something?
you deserve to be happy. You deserve to grow. And that's why I keep sharing your video.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And even when I share your video, the likes I get, they are not coming to me, they are going to you. I know. People, they don't know how TikTok works. They don't know how social media works.
Wow.
They goes to you.
Yes, and may I say something, pretty mama? Ada?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
So what you and Ada are saying is correct, because let me tell you this. So for those of you, this is a Bible reference if you prefer to use a Bible, but I'll say it in regular terms and then in the Bible terms. In the Bible, it says here in Luke 21, 1 through 4, it says, in the Bible, Jesus tells his disciples that a poor widow has given more than all the others when she offers 2 small coins at the temple. So
Yeah.
it says, you know that one? Luke 21.
Yeah, I know that
says,
one. I'm the one.
Yes. And that's why I'm
I'm the
saying it
one.
for you.
And,
It says,
and
then
you know what? Me, I give everything what I have. If I take my fridge completely empty and I give others.
And that's
what
why
will I
you're-
get? Nothing.
and that's why you will no. You say you get everything.
You get
blessings from
everything.
God because
Yes.
He's watching you.
Yeah, because God loves me, and even I
It's
post,
coming.
God loves me so much.
Yes, it's coming. The blessings are coming. So it says here in Luke 21, 1 through 4, this is the Bible reference. Then a poor widow came by and dropped in 2 small coins. And Jesus replies, I tell you the truth. Jesus said, this poor widow has given more than all the rest of them. For they have given a tiny part of their surplus. But she, poor as she is, has given everything she has.
Yeah.
So that's true because, if somebody's a millionaire and they give you, $1,000, you might be like, wow, thank you. But to that millionaire, $1,000 is nothing. But if a poor widow only has 3 cents and she gives you 2 cents, she's giving you almost everything she has.
Exactly. But
Which is
a
more
lot of
powerful.
people, they don't understand this.
I do.
They don't understand.
I do.
I do. And that's another reason I support Ada so much is because when I was down and out 7 months ago, literally crying on the floor because I have too much money of everything, and all the people around me at the time didn't even care
Yeah.
about me. They only wanted my money. So when I would give money, that's all they wanted. They didn't care about me. They didn't care, if I was sad or mad or happy or glad or
No,
hungry or
nobody cares. Let me tell you
Well,
one thing about
no, they
human
do
beings.
care. They do care, but I was around the wrong people, even my own family. So, that's why now I usually never tell people who I am. And like some people said yesterday, oh, you're not famous. We don't know you. Exactly. I don't need you to know that I'm rich and famous.
Yeah.
Like, you keep thinking whatever you want to think, because then I get to know who you really are. Like, do you really care about me, or do you care about my gifts? Like
Yeah,
Ada, for
exactly.
example, if she wasn't giving good words, I will still like her. If she just said right now, I'm never going to speak again, I would still look for her and be like, Ada, where are you? Like, are you okay? Like, how can I help you? What's going on? Like, I want to meet you. I don't want her just for her words. I like her as a human being, right? But I met her because of her gift that she put out there, and I saw that, and that lifted me up. That good word to me was
And that is from the heart. It's not
Yep.
something which is coming outside. Me, I
Right.
was like, when I saw yesterday. No, not yesterday. The day before yesterday, you was on live, and you were talking, and I was like, oh, I want to join. I want to talk to her. But I was like, no, I can't do that. And then today I had the topic, and then I said, because I just arrived from work because I have 2 jobs. Yeah, I have 2 jobs. One, I work as I take care of the disabled people and old people. I visit them at home and take care of them. Yeah, and the other job is I went barkeeping, because I know whatever people they say. Yeah, you are working in a bar and you don't know whatever you are doing.
No.
Yeah, let me do it.
Be-
I'm a single mom. Judge me.
Don't.
Pretty mama, and that's something that you could do too. Like the kindness you have in your heart and the good words you have and the experience you have as a single mom.
It's
you
gonna
could
bless you
actually write a
more.
book. You could write a really good book to help other moms, because I'm going to say something here, and I'm going to try to be as modest as possible. Some women, not all, some women are embarrassed to go work in a bar or to catch a bus to go to work, but they're not embarrassed to twerk or show their private parts for sale.
Yeah,
And
actually today I was really impressed because one guy said, I will walk you home.
Right.
Because this it was the first time
It's dangerous, yeah.
in a bar. And I told him, I will walk home. No, in Germany it's not that dangerous. It's not that dangerous.
But I'm saying the bar.
Place I stay is not that dangerous. Because this was the second bar, and he told me, I will walk you home. And I told him, no, I don't want, I can walk alone. It's only 10 minutes, I'm home.
You have God.
Yeah, and he told me, no, I will walk you home. But nothing can happen. The place where I stay is very secure. It's very secure.
You speak German.
Yeah, I speak a lot of languages.
Oh, nice.
That's
Same
great.
here.
Not only German. I speak perfect Italian. I speak perfect German. I speak English. I
Mein
speak Swahili.
Schwester. Mein Schwester.
I speak a little bit French, a little bit Spanish. It's only that my Spanish and French, I don't practice them because I don't speak them. I don't use them every day. But Italian, English, and German, I use them every day, and Swahili.
It's important, and that's how you are educated and intelligent and know different languages. You know different words.
So you have it all. Don't be like, I don't have nothing. You have wisdom. You have health. You have a powerful spirit. That's worth anything else you want to have in life. You already have it. you have a sound mind, a positive, powerful spirit, God blesses you based on what is in your heart. So that is the reason why you are never going to lack. You're always going to have so much more than what you need, just because of a good person that genuinely you are.
Yeah, it's only the way other you don't know how I've been treated in my life. People they treat me so bad. They even today it was the first day to go to work in this bar, and they were like, "Oh, she's so shy. She look so." And I told them after when I was really comfortable. There was a guy who was talking to me and he told me, "Why are you so afraid?" I don't feel comfortable. If I feel comfortable, I will talk. But I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable at all.
And that's your spirit telling you the truth, because your gut instinct says, it's dangerous, don't talk right now, or it's not a good idea, and you are modest, and I get that a lot too. So I stay to myself. Some people want to be famous and look at me and come to my house. I'm opposite.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's okay. I pick my friends exclusively picked out, hand-picked, and I will not just like hang out with people. Never. Never.
No, I don't have me. I have a very small circle of friends. I've met I've met some few people at social media, but the worst which made me to change my mind, I've met this person. I invited her. It was Christmas last year. Christmas, because I know how it is. It is in German. It's winter. The weather is cold, and in winter, you can see nobody outside. You will see nobody outside. And I said, "Oh, come, stay at my place." And she went on TikTok talking bad about me. And I said, "Then no, it's not my standard.
Well,
I'm fine with it.
she have teach
I'm
you
fine."
which people not to bring around you anymore. Stay with yourself, stay with
And then
or with good people,
I
or
stopped.
don't stay with nobody. If it's they don't have good spirit, good energy, don't have them around you. No, keep them far away.
No. That's why I always, I'm like, I keep distance. I
As
keep
you should.
a lot of distance. A lot of distance. Because you see, Ada, I've never even sent you any request to come up. It's only today.
True.
Only today. I've sent you request. But you see, I always post your post and I always put
Wow.
them because I want you to move.
Thank you. And I'm moving. And I'm moving thanks to that. Thank you.
And you are moving forward. Hey, Golly, I can see you there.
Thank you. And tell your daughter too that, hey, a big shout out to her.
You have to move forward. Oh my God. I love you so much. If it's not my daughter, actually, I don't know if I could have known you. She keep on saying to me, I love this woman. I love this woman. I love this woman. And she sent me so many videos of you, and I keep sharing of them. I keep sharing. Whoever hates it, they should hate it. That's how it is.
Hey,
Either
Dad,
cover or you leave her.
did y'all say you're leaving or no? You're ending?
Me, yes, I see live 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. She said she's leaving in 5 minutes.
5.
I got you.
So if
Yeah,
somebody want to
okay,
close up or say some last words, this is the time. We're going to come back on live tomorrow at 11. So if anybody's available, join us.
Follow Golly. Golly.
I will attempt to be here at 11. I hope I will be able
If you can make it, I know that. See, you came in today.
11,
It was a perfect
when it
time.
is in German. I can be there.
If you can, join. But if you cannot, that time is okay.
Yeah, which country are you, Ada?
It's US, Central Time US.
I'm in Central Time.
US, which in German it will be 6 hours different. It will be 5 p.m. or 6 p.m.
Yeah, in Germany right now it's 5:52 a.m. Right now for us it's 10:52 p.m.
A.M.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it will be a little bit difficult for me because tomorrow I have to work from 1700.
So it's 5 p.m.
Yeah, it's 5 p.m. Yeah.
And for
5
us it'll be 11 p.m.
11 p.m. Yeah, which will be that time. Yeah.
Midnight.
It was
Yeah,
it
Ada,
was an amazing
I will
night.
still send you
Wow.
gifts, Ada.
No, but I would like to join you again
Tomorrow I will be here again
at
at
11.
this time.
at this earlier.
At 11
What time will be in Germany?
11 a.m. It's too late for me.
Yeah,
It's
that
too
would
late.
be
Then
5 p.m. for you.
Yeah,
Pretty
it will
much.
be 5 p.m. and I will be working.
okay, then I can do 2 lives. I can do one at 11 and then come back at night so you can make it on time tomorrow at this time.
Yeah, I can make it. Yeah, exactly. I can make it in time and we
Okay.
can
You gonna write it
discuss,
down to come at
some few questions.
Okay.
And thank you for your beautiful soul, pretty mama. And thank you for my gift. How did you do that? How did you send me a gift?
Why?
You sent me a gift. You're the one that says common sense, right?
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, it's me. I changed my name. You know, my name is always Pretty Mama.
Yeah, but I was wondering. I didn't know
My
how to
name
say
will
it.
always remain Pretty Mama, but I changed
This was a
it
successful
because,
life,
there
a
is,
healthy life, a
something-
prosperous
common
life.
sense is a punishment because you have to deal with anyone
you.
who
Thank you
doesn't
for the
have
success.
common
Thank
sense.
you
Don't
for
say
my
that.
positivity.
Common sense is
Thank
not
you
a
for my
punishment. Don't say
Of
that.
course, it is. It is a
No.
punishment.
Thank you for
No,
my
common
love.
sense is amazing.
It's a blessing.
Above
It's a
all things.
positivity because you have it. It's great.
Yeah. Ada, and I still send you gifts on your, like when you post stuff, I'll go on your post. And I don't know if you can see it, but I'll send gifts on the post.
Can you do that?
Just go
Oh,
to
you
your
can.
account.
You see? Now I send you another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just have to go to my name. You already sent. Who sent the gift?
I think mentor says send gifts. Mentor say thank you.
But yeah, but we love you, Ada, and thank you so much for being you and being authentic.
No, I love this woman.
Oh.
Yeah, I love her very
She's
much. I never met.
like a daughter to me. My
Oh.
daughter is 24.
Yeah, I've never met Ada in person.
Yet.
However, I think that I will meet her this year. I'm pretty sure.
Speak it to existence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we would have fun. I think we would have fun laughing and playing around and singing and dancing and being funny.
Yeah.
As we
and
should.
telling the truth. Because
Yes.
the people,
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't want to be
That's for
told
sure.
the truth.
That first and foremost, the truth.
Everybody better get ready because Ada's coming and I'm coming too. Y'all gonna see us together and be like, oh my gosh, like these two together. Like, what's going on? Including Mama, like, we might fly to Germany, who knows, you know, and go around the world traveling, doing things. I might become her camera
Who knows?
person.
Who knows? Who knows?
I like taking
The
pictures.
world is so small. Let me tell you, the world is so small and we have only one life.
So let's make it count.
Only one.
Exactly. Let's make it count. Like money, you gotta count it. Your currency, your money. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, I love you very much, Ada.
Y'all
And
enjoy
I'll
your
be here for
night.
March the 1st. And remember, everybody, y'all can send Ada gifts here on TikTok. You go
Yes.
to the Rose at the bottom.